Thank you for listening to today's episode of Medical Device Global Market Access by Pure Global. In this episode, we are diving into a significant development for any manufacturer navigating the European market: the establishment of harmonized and binding timelines for notified body conformity assessments. For years, the medical device industry has faced uncertainty due to inconsistent and often lengthy review periods. However, on May 4th, 2026, the European Commission addressed this head-on by adopting Implementing Regulation EU 2026/977. This regulation introduces much-needed predictability into the CE marking process under both the Medical Device Regulation (MDR) and the In Vitro Diagnostic Regulation (IVDR), a change that will have a direct impact on market access strategies. The core of this new regulation is the introduction of legally binding maximum timelines for key stages of the conformity assessment process. This is a direct response to industry-wide concerns about delays that could stretch indefinitely, disrupting product launch plans and creating significant commercial uncertainty. Under Regulation 2026/977, notified bodies are now required to adhere to a strict schedule. The most notable deadline is a maximum of 90 days for the assessment of technical documentation. This covers the comprehensive review of the files submitted by the manufacturer to demonstrate a device's safety and performance. Other stages also have defined time limits, ensuring that the entire process, from application validation to final decision, moves along a predictable path. This regulation affects all medical device and IVD manufacturers seeking or maintaining CE marking in the European Union. Previously, companies were largely at the mercy of a notified body's internal capacity and shifting priorities. Now, there is a clear legal framework that both manufacturers and notified bodies must operate within. It is crucial to understand that these timelines are not just guidelines, they are binding requirements. This change also introduces rules around stopping the clock. The clock can be paused if a notified body requests additional information from the manufacturer. The time it takes for the manufacturer to respond does not count toward the assessment period, placing a significant emphasis on the quality and completeness of the initial submission. Beyond the timelines, the regulation also mandates greater transparency regarding costs. Notified bodies will be required to make their standard fees for conformity assessment activities publicly available. This allows manufacturers to better forecast expenses and compare the costs between different notified bodies, fostering a more competitive and transparent environment. This is a welcome change for companies of all sizes, from startups to large multinational corporations, as it allows for more accurate budgeting and strategic planning for regulatory compliance activities. The regulation is set to enter into force shortly after its publication, meaning these changes will be implemented very soon. So, what practical actions should your regulatory, quality, and market access teams consider now? First, we recommend reevaluating and updating your internal project timelines for European market entry. The new predictability allows for more accurate forecasting of product launch dates, but this must be formally integrated into your project management systems. Second, double down on the quality of your technical documentation submissions. With the clock stop mechanism in place, an incomplete or unclear submission will directly lead to delays, negating the benefits of these new timelines. A pre-submission readiness check is more valuable than ever. Third, leverage the new cost transparency requirements. Proactively research and compare the fee structures of different notified bodies to inform your selection and budgeting processes. Finally, engage in a dialogue with your current or prospective notified body to understand their specific procedures for implementing these new timelines and managing the clock stop process. This regulation marks a pivotal shift towards a more predictable and transparent regulatory landscape in the EU. By understanding the new timelines and obligations, manufacturers can better strategize their path to CE marking, reduce uncertainty, and accelerate access to the European market. If you need help navigating these new EU requirements or require support with your global market access strategy, please check out Pure Global. Our team combines local expertise with advanced AI tools to streamline regulatory submissions and ensure compliance across more than 30 markets. For free regulatory AI tools and access to our global device database, please check the description of this episode. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.